Hello, everybody. It's me, TONIK TZW. We're here in the Tier 7 French tech tree cruiser, the Schborg. I've called this one Cherry Popper because everybody has a first time. This was my first time out in this ship, having just finished the grind with the Toulon, and I absolutely hated that grind. This is the build I'm using on the Cherbourg based on the experience that I had with the Toulon. Glad to say we've got a reload in the fourth slot there because the Toulon reload is painfully slow. Nasty thing about these ships, look, is they burn for a long time. So yeah, you got to be careful with those damage controls when you're getting shot at. We're running Andrea Lemonnier, and I think we've got Cunningham and Mimbelli on there to give us some Terra Traverse, which again is quite slow on this one, and reduce our reload, I think probably around 7.5 to 8%. All in all, not bad. Now, what you can see from this is I've actually got some decent gun range. I've got reasonable concealment, and we have one destroyer on the team. So we'd really like that destroyer to go out and spot something for us. Now, I didn't pull the team list up at the start of this game, and I'm not sure if I do during the game, but this was very much a baptism by fire. It starts very, very slowly, and then it gets very intense very quick. And I think that although the end result seems a little bit cheap, I may have missed out on a few things here, but we'll get to that later in the video, shall we? So this thing with the build I've got apparently has a 20% fire chance. We've got 8 guns. I want to say 8. I know that's what the Toulon had. So we decided to try and get some fires, and just to give it a go and see if we can get some fires. The reload, as I said, I think I'm running around 21 seconds on this. It feels battleship slow in comparison to some other cruisers. About there we go, 20 seconds. It pops up, and we're just going to see if we can get a fire on that Brandenburg. We do get one. I think that's going to be immediately damage controlled. And I'm picking the map to say about that 7 provinces coming through there, because what he's going to do is have somebody spot for him and then drop all his little parachute planes across the top of the islands at them. So you don't want to be close to him. I'm guessing this Brandenburg must be after the 500 secondary hits mission, which is why he's come charging in like a full-on baked potato, trying to get as many as he can, and he's screwed his team, and now he's off to the next match with something like the Atlantico, the Bismarck, or the Flander. He doesn't care, he just wants to get his mission finished. He doesn't care if he wins or loses. Now, this was a moment of genius here, if I do say so myself, because I was going to shoot at that Chumpon and was leading him, but then I zoomed in again just to get a better lock, and I noticed that he was stopping. And then that happened. Triple Citadel. Smoke does not protect you from armor-piercing shells. And so we're looking at that 7 provinces again, thinking he's going to push in. Can we get a shot? Is we going to? There we go. Pull the trigger. We get a shot across at him, but there is something on A cap. We haven't seen Red Team's destroyer yet. There's nobody across on Charlie. It's entirely uncontested. But then a wild Belfast 43 appears, flat broadside in the middle of the capture point, and I'm thinking this is not going to end well. We put our shells out there, and yeah, we get a beautiful citadel, but we get 3 penetrations and 3 over penetrations, and they're big guns on this cruiser and the Toulon as well. And I'm thinking that I might be running too much AP pen. We fire one turret there, but the Bismarck picks him up, so we're switching fire to try and get on this black. We've only got AP, but he disappears as well to the Harbin. And that is that cap taken. Red Team have lost 4 ships. They aren't even 4 minutes into the game. This is the way it is on the weekend. And I want to push in and support this Kagero and go against that 7 provinces without getting spotted by that North Carolina. Had they had longer to take that capture point, I might have pulled the shot to get some resets. But with the time of flight of these shells, they wouldn't have gotten there before that would have happened. It would have been nice for the Figueroa to have kept spotting that North Carolina. But here comes the Seven Provinces and my first bluffed shot, because I aim straight at him, and obviously with the time of flight of those shells, they're all going to land behind him. But luckily I've managed to keep a main battery reload booster. We're going to learn from our mistake, lead him a little bit more. The Bismarck is going to batter him, but we are going to get a kill assist. I think we might have gotten a kill on that one as well. So we kind of missed the Belfast. We missed the Black. We've now missed the Seven Provinces. Although with the Black we didn't get a shot on, so we didn't get a fisting for that one. But we're going to play and we're going to support the Destroyer, because we know there's a North Carolina. There's still a couple of cruisers. It is a Podzarski, and I think it's an Algeria as well, and the carrier is still out there. Let's push. Let's get things spotted. Let's get some shots on. We know the carrier's going to be paying attention to everybody, and I'm going to have a look, see if I can get some shots onto these guys a little bit close to the island. We haven't got the elevation on the guns to get across the top just yet. We're waiting for the island to disappear. And although I'm turning into the island, I am going to turn back out, and we spot the carrier, and I'm thinking, he's flat broadside. What can we do here? Can we get some shots on without giving ourselves up to the North Carolina, who we can see behind an island? We're thinking he hasn't got a shot on us. And then, no, we are broadside of those guys. We need to turn back in. And yeah, this Algeria is going to learn the very, very hard way. Because just as we get reloaded, we put the first salvo out there. We are dodging torpedoes and dodging, excuse me, dodging incoming fire. We get a citadel on the Algeria, not a big hit. North Carolina pushing around here, 6 seconds to the reload to get the Algeria. This guy's nose is sticking straight out, and we are going to bang him one straight on the conch. There we go. 5 penetrations, 1 citadel. 14 seconds coming up for the reload, and the Algeria is angling away. And this is where paying attention to the mini-map becomes of value, because if you look off to the left-hand side, or off to where my left-hand side would be, that's where the Podzarski is. He's just disappeared, which probably means he's in a smoke screen and waiting for me to come out broadside. Not going to happen, as we get another citadel on the Algeria, and somebody else is going to pop a shot at him too. There we go. He's on fire and he is ticking, but I do believe he damage controls that. We're not going to let him get away with it. We put the 2 turrets out there. Spotted momentarily. That is kill number 3. It is a cheap one, I told you that. But it was so fast and furious that I was just shooting at whatever was there whenever I had shells. I'm not one of these people to constantly hang on to shells, waiting for the perfect moment. Often it works, but this time we're gunning it. We're getting out there. I know the carrier's still out there. I'm thinking, okay, can we get kill number 4? No, he's gone. The battleship is pushing me forwards. Now I've got to try and swing my ship all the way back to the right. We take a few chips of damage. The turrets are coming round. We get the shot off. The Bismarck beside me has always got his shot off. And between us, we get rid of that guy for the win. That was so fast and so furious, I don't think I had time to blink. And as I said, that was a cherry popper. It was the absolute first game out in this ship. Only 85,000 damage, but somehow we managed to get top of the board, and I don't know if I got like a cap assist for that on B cap, but whatever, I'll take it. And there you go. If you don't believe me, 85,000 damage, 4 kills, 2382 on the base XP with 100% win rate. Now I've just got to try and keep that going all the way up to the tier 8 ship as well, and somehow I don't think that 100% win rate is going to be maintained. So I hope you've liked that one. A first look at the Cherbourg, far, far better than the Toulon. Smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this second French line of cruisers. And as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.